Hello and welcome to the Philippines. Going to talk a little bit about expat life here in the Philippines, give a little bit of a hospital update with some costs. I've been staying overnight many of the last 10 nights and days helping out a friend here, American friend, here in one of the hospitals in Cebu City. And a little bit about the sights along the way. I'm in Mandaue City taking a hobble motorbike taxi back to the Uptown area. And you've got a number of hospitals over here. Right there, you've got MO2 back just to the right there, and you've got a water park back in this area here. MO2 is, let's see, you got a little food court there. And just off to the left, you've got UC Medical Center as well. Back behind us, very right there, we just passed through a very busy intersection usually with no traffic signals or stop signs, so people just make it work here. Amazing. I will be doing more in-depth looks into expat life in the Philippines, into hospital medical expenses in later, longer videos, because it does get quite in-depth. But one thing I can tell you is that you're in a foreign country. The rules are different, the procedures are different. It can be rewarding, it can be frustrating because you're used to doing things a certain way. Definitely suggest that either you have a substantial amount of money in the bank when you come here, or you have some type of insurance. And at the 10-day mark, I think we're a little over 300,000 pesos involved in this, and we've had to put, I think, 30,000 down when we first checked into emergency room, and another 60,000 the other day, so 90,000 that's been paid so far. So it looks like it's going to be 8 to 10,000 US dollars. 500,000 pesos, half a million pesos is about 10,000 US dollars. That's 50 pesos to the US dollar. Anyway, that building to the left is an Ayala project, a huge project called Gatewalk, and going to be commercial, residential. I think, not positive, the residential will be over on the right side, over in this open field over here, I believe, but not positive. Just looking at, they've got kind of a mock-up at Ayala Mall up on, I think, the second level as you go in one of the entrances. Tall building up ahead there. I think it's Grand. It's going to be a hotel. I don't know if they're going to be condominiums over there. You got HMR, which is an overstock type place, and SM Hypermart, grocery store. They've got an Ace hardware store in there. And I think this Ayala project. Now this river is the dividing line between Cebu City and Mandaue City. And straight ahead, just left center, that is Bayfront Hotel, nice hotel. And just past that is the Radisson Blu. And then keep going straight, you run right into SM Mall. And we're going to go around the other side of SM Mall here. But anyway, just consider that as you move to the Philippines, vacation here, whatever. It's a different country. It's important that you follow the laws, that you respect the people. Filipinos are very, very welcoming and friendly. But that could change. That could change. If you're friendly first, I say hello to an awful lot of people. I've had Filipinos tell me that they thought everybody I talked to was my friend. And they are, in a sense. And they almost always respond, hello, good morning, sir, good afternoon, sir. So anyway, you got on the right, you got some small little, I don't know, strip mall, whatever you call it. This one up here, they had a big fire here a couple months ago. I walked down here and took a video of it. APM Mall used to be. I used to go in there and get a few things. And they had a big fire. It went on for hours. And to the left, you've got SM Mall, big SM Mall. That tower there is Sun Vida Condominiums. Most of their units are studio units, I believe. unless you buy two and combine them.
I didn't see that before.
And this is a major intersection. If you want to go to Ayala, you could go a couple ways. You could take a right here and then go up to another light, take a left. Would get you into the Ayala Mall, Cebu Business Park area. You got fire department there. A lot of buses on either side of the road. Buses, jeepneys, pick up passengers right there. And that building over there, San Remo, I believe, is the condominium. And I've done videos at just a ton of condominiums. What do you get? What do they look like inside? How are they furnished? What do they cost to rent? What do you? Anyway, this is a new Gaisano Mall. Not sure. I think it's going to have a different name. Will it open next year? Maybe. And this is the old Gaisano White Gold, I think it was called. So I suspect they're going to demolish that. Big cemetery off to the right here. Not sure what all these trucks are doing here. They rarely see that. And Robinson's Galleria is a large mall up here. When we get up to the corner up here, we're going to take a right. If you take a left, Robinson's Galleria, the Galleria residences, condominiums are to the left, just a block and a half maybe.
Hello.
I've had 3 trips to the Philippines. Went back to the U.S. once, went to Vietnam for a bit once. And I've heard that if you can make it 5 years, you can probably make it in the Philippines. And I think it's good to take a trip. It's good to take a trip. Get out of your province, out of your city, town in the Philippines once every couple of months. Get a breather, see what it's like, different places. Get out of the country, maybe once a year, just to get a breather. Because if you're used to a different culture, it depends upon your personality. It can get challenging, it can get frustrating, it can get exhausting trying to deal with things the way they are here in some ways. The urgency and efficiency you might find in your country oftentimes isn't present here. You might have to wait in lines. If something that you should be able to get done in a couple of hours might take a couple of days. So prepare your mind, be open-minded, adapt when you can. Now the road we're on, straight there, turns into Mango Avenue, or General Maxilome Avenue. Takes you down. Mango Square used to be an entertainment district, not really anymore. I think the only bar they have left right in that area is a disco that just recently opened. A lot of the younger Filipino crowd go there. So I've seen a lot of changes, the 6.5 years that I've been here. Some are good. They're laying more of these electrical lines, telecommunication lines, fiber optic lines under the street. In fact, I think they've got some. They put in new drainage as well as new lines here a few years ago, and you can't tell. They patched it up real good. New bridge has opened, the 3rd new bridge on the south side. That should help alleviate some of the traffic coming through Cebu City, Mandaue City to get over to Mactan Island. And I do look out my window and I see quite a number of vehicles over there. 90 pesos is the toll for most people, most vehicles, until you get up into the heavier vehicles. And in June or July, probably July, I've heard they're going to allow anything under 400cc motorbikes to go across, probably for free. And also to open up the bicycle and pedestrian lane that they have built into it. So that'll be interesting. I'm looking forward to walking across that 8 to 9 kilometer bridge at some point in time. I know many foreigners, expats who have vehicles here, motorbikes and or cars. I know a couple expats want to sell their motorbikes. They've had some small accidents. They said, I'm a danger to myself. Driving here is a little crazy. So, you know, if you get upset in traffic in your country, you're going to get really stressed out driving here. Hiring transportation, your own driver. If you have a car, hire a driver. Hire a driver to take you around. Or use a taxi or bus or whatever. This is Ramos Market. They've got a Ramos Market back behind here, and then they have one on the street. So you can just drive right up and get what you want. Different types of things inside. And we're going to go up here and take a right on Ramos Street, and I'm going to end this here. I've been real busy with my friend in the hospital, so if I haven't answered emails or comments, that's part of the reason. It has been very, very time consuming. Anyway, I got to get back to him right now, and I'm using my phone as an internet connection so I can upload this here. So thanks for coming along. See you next time.